kids down here of a local school. It's Victoria Road School, which is just down there in Castletown. And who's got questions for Davey Todd? There we go. They're going to throw these at you. Okay.
Right, first up, what's your name? Okay, and what's your question?
Are you single? Because my teacher wants to know.
Which teacher? Hold on. Which teacher, kids? Point around.
Hang on a minute, I was trying to get her number before.
I'm feeling for you there, Justin.
Thanks, mate.
I'm not single, no. My girlfriend sat out the back there.
Hi, love.
Oh dear.
It's a great.
Sorry about that.
Kids' questions, great. Go on, then. Who's next? You get married though. You get
Over
married.
it.
Is that the M word? Not allowed.
Go for my little lady here with her arm up. What's your name again? Yeah, Maisie, go on.
What's your favourite track?
Oh, favourite track? That's an easy one. The TT course is my favourite track in the world. The TT mountain course, there is nothing better. The Southern 100 is awesome, but the best track in the world, everybody knows, is the TT mountain course.
Rachel and the guys saying, no, it's not. No, it's not. What part of it though, Davey? I mean, which part you always go to yourself when you nail it? You think, got that.
See, it changes every year. It depends where you're good, really. I've always struggled, in particular, Ginger Hall to Ramsey, through that bumpy section, but I actually broke the sector record through there at the TT this year, and I was enjoying it because the bike worked really well through there. But over the second half of the mountain is particularly from Bungalow to Cronkmorna, another sector record that I took at the TT this year, and that part of the course is just, it's fantastic, fast and flowing and a bit short circuit style, and yeah, I really like it there.
Okay, one more question, or a couple more questions from the children.
Okay, what's your name?
Ellie,
Go on then, Ellie.
what's your favourite type of bike?
Oh, well, I have to say BMW. BMW is the best bike. BMWs are the best, but I get to ride a Ducati as well, a Ducati V2, and that looks nice and sounds really cool as well, so I like that one as well.
What about your off-road bikes that you have? What have you got?
Oh, I like my off-road bikes. I've got some old, I've got a Honda CR500, two strokes are cool.
That'll put some manners in you, won't it?
And that I've only rode a couple of times because I'm scared of the thing, but no, that's mega. I love riding motocross as much as I can, and I've got a KTM 450 that ride as my normal motocross bike, but when I'm brave enough and when the conditions are perfect for it, I'll take the CR500 out.
Do you ride a road bike at all on the road? Do you not bother?
No license.
Be surprised, isn't it? How many road racers don't have road licenses?
No, honestly, most don't. I think most racers don't. It's just that trying to get your head out of that racing mindset. Every single time I've sat on a motorbike since I was 6 years old, it's to go as fast as I can go on it. To then jump on one on the road and not do that is quite difficult. So you'd end up, killing yourself, and someone would pull out on you, or you'd end up in handcuffs, wouldn't you?
You think Michael Dunlop's just passed his test this year as well on road bike, I think so.
Right.
He did, yeah? Fair enough to him. Right, here we go. Any more questions?
We got.
What got you into racing?
So, what got me into racing? Ever since I was a kid, I never watched. Most kids, and I don't know if you guys watch cartoons and stuff like that. I never got to watch cartoons in my house. My dad only ever had bike racing on TV. All kinds of bike racing, motocross racing, TT, BSB, whatever was on TV. Bike racing wise, that was on TV. So that's all I watched when I was a kid, and grew up watching that. So that's all I ever wanted to do.
Question? What's your knees now?
Oh, they're gone, don't worry. What's your name? I've got Mia. Away we go.
How would you feel if you missed a race?
I would be absolutely devastated. I hate missing any race. Last year at the TT, I was really ill. I got a really bad illness. and couldn't eat basically at all for 3 days, and still everybody around me, my friends, family, the team, everybody actually begged me not to race because I had no energy. I was not in a fit state to really be racing, but I don't like missing races. It's the worst thing in the world. So I still went out there and tried my best to race because I really don't like missing any races at all.
Superstock race, wasn't it?
Superstock and senior.
And senior, yeah. You were in good way.
Not in too good shape.
You had
No.
an injection or something to get you through it?
Yeah, I had the anti-sickness injection, but it stopped me actually throwing up. But it didn't make me feel so great. The side effects from it are not too fantastic either.
I hope nobody's having a dinner over there. I do apologise. Kids, what have we got? Any more questions? The kids?
I've got Freddie has got one again.
Freddie!
Come on, Freddie.
Grabs the mic. He's such a pro, isn't he? Straight in.
How does it feel to be 700 champion?
It feels good, honestly. To get to run that #1 plate on the bike is a special thing. Any racer who's done that will know the feeling of getting to run the #1 is a real special feeling to a racer, knowing that you've been the champion and you get that pride of doing something like that. So coming here this year and having that big #1 on the front of my bike, it looks the coolest it's ever looked in my eyes.
Good question, Fred. Well done. Go on, then. Go on, Freddie. You can go around the kids. Go on, mate. You're on it.
Feel to win a race.
Again, winning races is for me, it's the best feeling in the world. There's nothing that comes close to the feeling of winning to me. I've always been competitive, whatever I do, but motorbikes has been my dream ever since I was 3 years old. Ever since I was born, I think it was my dream to race motorbikes. So every second of every day, I dream about winning. In every night when I go to sleep, I dream about winning races. So the feeling when I do win races is I can't explain it. It's hard to explain, but it is the best feeling in the world.
Okay.
We got Liam. What is your average speed?
Where around here, or the TT?
Something 100 or TT.
Anywhere.
Anyway, okay.
Well, average speed at the TT, I did a 135 mile an hour lap.
That's what, 116 years or something like that, near enough?
I'm not sure what it
No,
is.
it's 116, isn't it, I think? Fred, you know you're the sketch. It's 116, isn't it? It's round about that. No. It's 115, 116.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Something like that.
high average speed for what it is, this track, isn't it?
High average speed for somewhere that has like arguably 4 hairpins around it for 4 really tight corners.
Let's get through Ballycagan on the big bike then. Obviously 6 geared out. What are you going through Ballycagan at? So for those who don't know, that's the first right-hander on the circuit.
Second gear.
Second gear, yeah.
So you probably 60, 70 mile an hour maybe.
Cool. And then you get through obviously Duck Street, the bouncy bit, then to Ballabeg. Is that down to first or second again?
First gear, Ballabeg, and it feels like you're at a dead stop. I'm not actually sure the speed around there, but it's slow at 20 mile an hour.
Right, and then Crossfall Ways next. A bit quicker, I think. Bit quicker.
Crossfall Ways will be a little bit quicker, yeah, like maybe 20, 30. Still first gear again.
And what about Castletown Corner, that famous last corner?
And then first gear again probably 20, 30.
It still looks quick though, doesn't it? For you spectator stood on the side of the track. It's still blinking quick, isn't it? What about the bomb hole? The first time we went through the bomb hole past the farm there, you go over the jump down, there's a slight little one where the pavement comes out, and you just straight line that? Is that what you just do? Because that's blind exit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not quite a straight line. It is a corner, and you have to it's sort of thread the needle between the two curbs, really, or the wall and the curb on the other side, and that's fifth gear, that, so probably good 150, 160 mile an hour is it through there. So
that's narrow, isn't it? It's narrow.
Yeah, it feels super narrow. That whole back road feels so narrow when you've got hedges either side and tree cover. Makes you feel like you're in a tunnel, which closes everything in and gives you like a much higher sensation of speed. So instead of feeling like you're doing 150, you feel like you're doing 300 mile an hour.
And then you get just hit 6 gears, you get to the rise before you drop down across 4 ways, yeah?
Yeah, 6 gear hook just before the rise to stop it wheeling so much and drive along there. Again, you're probably knocking on 180 odd mile an hour through there.
And that's
And
not
again,
wide, that's
pretty
car
narrow.
widths, isn't it, really? Think about it, yeah.
And you're all the way from 6 gear then down to first gear for cross 4 ways, so big braking zone.
Yeah, massive. Any more questions from the kids? We'll take one more. And if anybody out in the crowd has a question for Davey, we'll a couple more minutes and we're gonna let him go because he's got work to do tonight.
I've got my man in the middle. What's your name again?
AJ,
AJ.
Go, AJ.
what would you do if your bike ever broke down in the middle of the race?
I think I'd probably cry, in all honesty. I won't lie. It's happened before and I've been rather upset. A couple of times I broke down at the TT over the mountain in practice and had to run back over the mountain to try and get a motorbike or a lift back to the paddock to get out on another bike. But when you break down out of a race, it's really sad. There's nothing more sad than that for me, honestly. It's really upsetting.
Okay, adults. Any adults have a question for Davey? We'll take 2 or 3. If we could, this young lady here, just in the front here now.
Yeah, coming round.
That's definitely my dog barking this time. Definitely, isn't it?
What's your name and what's your question?
Charlotte, what's your favourite part of the TT circuit and why?
What's my favourite part? I say to everybody, I get asked this question quite a bit, and I have one answer every time, and it's from the start line to the finish line, because there's not one part of the TT course that I change. Like I said before, I find Ginger Hall to Ramsey a difficult section because it's bumpy, but if someone said we can smooth it out tomorrow and it'd be smooth as it is over the mountain, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want them to smooth it out, because it's part of what makes the TT course special, is that you have fast sections, slow sections, smooth sections, bumpy sections. There's a variety of a bit of everything around the TT course, and that's what makes it special. So for me, it's hard to pick one section. The bigger, faster corners are my favourite ones usually.
When you're going through places from Ginger Hall through to Ramsey, you riding that like a motocross bike with your bottom out of the seat, basically on the back, riding it?
Yeah, I'm actually basically stood up, not straight legged, but like you're in a squat position, so you're not actually sat on the seat at all. If you are, it really feels like it does damage to your spine. So you have to put so much more weight through your foot pegs through here. Like to show how hard it is and how hard you stood on the foot pegs everywhere and weight in the foot pegs. I had a brand new set of boots for the TT this year, 2 new sets of boots, and it destroyed both of them. The soles of both boots there was actually holes in them, basically through to my foot at the end of the TT. So that's how hard you're pressing on the foot pegs and weighting the foot pegs around the TT course. You never sat down.
Okay, any other adult questions? Oh, there's a lady there just to your left over the hand up there.
Oh, over here. What's your name and what's your question, love?
Hi, my name's Tinkerbell. Can you see yourself coming to Oliver's Mount Scarborough at all?
I would love to be there, because that's Oliver's Mount is like the closest thing I'll get to a local race. It's only an hour away from where I'm from. So I would love to be there. I've obviously been before, but some things have got to change first. The rules for instance, at the moment it's quite similar. I'm not saying
I know where you're going.
I have to be quite careful because it's quite similar here at the moment. My super sport bike, which Scarborough only runs super sport bikes, there's no super bikes there, is a Ducati V2. I'm not allowed to ride anything else, so I can only ride the Ducati V2. The Ducati V2 is not allowed to be raced in super sport here at the Southern 100 or at Oliver's Mount at the moment. So unfortunately, that writes me off for being able to compete in that race. I actually were asked to ride another bike here, but I definitely wasn't allowed. I got a telling off for asking. So if something changes, I would love to be there. And I think, to be honest, the team are quite sick of me asking to do more races, because I've asked to be at every race under the sun. But we can only wait and see. If something changes, then maybe. At the moment, it's not possible.
In relation to that, that's the next generation rule. So the run at the Northwest So you can run the 750 Suzukis if you want. So you can obviously run the Ducati, the TT run the same. Next generation rules as they do as in BSB. So yeah, have a word with Andy and the guys there to see if you can get to change it at Scarbados. Right, next question, please. Anybody there? Is it the gentleman there who won that super?
Oh, he's the big lad with the Guinness. I'm coming over.
Is he still on the same pint? I think he's
I
nursing
don't
that
know.
one.
Where's it gone? Oh no, he's on coke now. He's bottled it.
It's a pint of vodka.
Here we go, mate. What's your name and question?
Rich, where can we get the Milwaukee merch from?
Oh.
It's not here, online. I think it's from these guys, Dread. Usually available at BFB rounds if you're at them, but I'm pretty sure it's available online. I can't say for sure. It is pretty cool gear, isn't it? But you'd be better off going to Ugly & Co. They do some better stuff.
Is that your hat with your name on it as well?
Not like nobody here from the team, is there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They'll be all
Ugly
right.
& Co.'s better. Their stuff's the best.
So we're moving on in time. We'll get, I think, one more question. The lady just in front of you
Yeah,
there.
straight in front. What's your name and question with you?
My name's Sue, and my question is, who's your racing idol, past and present, and why?
So present, my racing idol is John McGuinness. He's a good friend of mine, and to be honest, he's just a legend, isn't he? Like I don't think he's changed since day one, and known him for a few years now, and how passionate he is still about racing at his age. And you know, a lot of people write him off and say, why isn't he retired yet and stuff like that, and I could answer the question for him, and it's because he's that passionate still about racing. He loves it every single time he's on a bike, not just racing, but during the week. He rides nearly every day, whether it's motocross or enduro, pit bikes, and still loves it as much as I love it now. And I want to be just like him. I never want to stop enjoying my racing as much as he does. Past my racing ideal, so I grew up, to be honest, wanting to be a motocross rider and racing in off-road. So my idols were a lot of motocross riders growing up, and they were like Jeremy McGrath and Ricky Carmichael, Stefan
Dave Thorpe,
Everett.
people like that, Dave Thorpe?
That was a bit before my time.
God, I'm old. Sorry.
But he is a legend riding racing the big 500s, wasn't he?
Oh God! Again, like the book manners in you. I see you, John McGuinness, out on the push bike as well. What's all that about? Is he trying to get fit?
It is an e-bike, like it's not.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. When you get to a certain age, Dave, you've got to take the route, man.
No, I've been trying to get him into it for ages, saying how much he loves racing or riding any sort of bikes. I've been saying, why don't you get an e-bike? You would love riding that just as much, and he has been riding that a bit more often now and enjoying it more. And I think he's got 3 now. Two
KTM, isn't he?
KTM ones, yeah.
Maisie's got one too, his daughter. So they're out. Good to see. And how nice was it for him to get that podium at TT as well? You were straight to him.
Yeah, it was a highlight of my Northwest,
and
genuinely
the Northwest as well. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it was fantastic to get to stand on the podium. Since me and John have been friends for probably the last 5-6 years or something, we've always talked about it, and he's been sort of a mentor, like not officially, but he's mentored me over the years and given me so much really good advice and took me under his wing, and it's something I'll never forget and really appreciate, and spend a lot of time together away at the track and away from the track, and we always sort of talked about it over the last 5-6 years of, imagine we get to stand on the podium together somewhere, it'd be like a real special thing, and it's something awesome for us both. And as the years have gone on, almost that little bit of hope, thinking that we're going to get to do that, is almost going away a little bit, and thinking, you know, it might not happen now. But coming into this year, I knew he was fired up more than the last couple of years, and in a lot better shape, and he was riding better and everything. I thought there is a chance here, and everybody wrote him off, and I kept telling people, don't write him off. He'll surprise a lot of people, and to get to stand on the podium with, as I say, one of my idols, is something really cool. And after the race, to be honest, he sent me 2 photos that had been like joined together, and it was a photo of him and Joey on the podium together, and they were like similar age difference to me and John, basically, and Joey was always John's idol, and it was basically the same photo, however many years later, you know, talking 20 odd years later, and the photo of me and John together on the podium, and he was like, that's, you know, it blows his mind, because he said it seems like yesterday, you know, that was the situation, and he was, you know, 26, 27 years old in that same photo, and Joey was 52 or something, so it was, you know, basically the same photo years on, and that's pretty cool to even be compared to that sort of duo, you know.
Well, there you go, folks. Nice answer, Davey. Thanks for that. Thanks for the kind words about John. Hopefully, you might even see me